This is an educational example based on my personal approach. Results vary widely, and nothing here guarantees profit or future performance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. So Palantir just reported earnings. It was a double beat, and the stock so far after hours is doing really well. Now, when we have a stock like Palantir that goes into earnings extremely beat up, a little bit of good news is all it takes to get it going again. Now, I don't know if it'll hold. We'll have to see. But if it does hold, tomorrow you may find yourself in a situation where you feel like you missed the dip and you want to purchase a leaps. So this video is going to be helpful because I'm going to show you some of the things that you should look for if you are going to go ahead and purchase a leaps. Speaking of leaps, you do want to click the link below. By popular demand, I am going to be doing a free, yes, 100% free webinar this Saturday where I will teach you the basics of leaps call options. Leaps are incredible if you know the correct setup to get into a leaps. You can't just wake up one day and say, I feel like buying a leaps. There has to be a certain set of circumstances that make it more probable for you to win. I am going to take you through all the things you'll need to know about that this Saturday. Now, these webinars, they always fill up. And the other thing to consider is there are no recordings. So if you want to be a part of the webinar, you cannot miss it. And you don't want to, because leaps can really help grow your wealth if you know the right way to trade them. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into the computer. I am going to show you what to look for if you're interested in trading leaps. You know, the other day I did exercise of some leaps on Palantir that I had purchased when Palantir was trading at about the $40 mark, and the leaps I purchased were $20, and I showed you how to exercise them. Now, keep in mind, there are a lot of things you can do with leaps. You don't have to just buy and sell them. You can exercise them. I am going to leave that video where I describe exercising my leaps that were the $20 strike. It was pretty cool. I'm going to leave that video at the end of this video so that you can understand the different dynamics that go into leaps. All right, let's jump into the computer. Let's look at how you might be interested in trading Palantir this week as we get back into the markets tomorrow. Currently, I am looking at the technical analysis on Palantir. Now, you can see after earnings, we're trading at around 158. Prior to earnings, we were at about 147. I am on the 3-month chart, and you can look at the 1 month or the 3 month. It doesn't make a huge difference when you're looking at what I'm about to show you, but that's something to consider. You can see right here that the 200-day moving average, this is a very important level for a stock. It's currently at about 159, and we're still trading below that. My assumption is tomorrow, if we continue to climb, that we will climb above this and we could potentially back test it and see if it uses it for support. So tomorrow or this week, if you see that we push above the 200-day moving average and then it back tested and that is looking like it might be support, then it's a really good point, in my opinion, at that point to go ahead and look for a leaps call option. So you'll have to see if we can maintain this momentum. But when you have a stock that had such incredible stellar earnings like Palantir, and it looks like it's not slowing down anytime soon, when you have a stock that is trading under the 200-day, it will usually do really well for you longer term as long as it's a profitable company. The other thing to consider is prior to earnings, we were extremely oversold. We were at 27 on the RSI. Anytime we're at 35, 30, that's when I look to actually launch potential plays if I have confidence in the company. I'm on the option chain for Palantir. I'm in Tradier Brokerage. And when you go on the option chain, and if you're looking for a leaps, you want to go at least 365 days out. So I will go ahead and scroll down till I find that dynamic. You can see right here, 1/15/2027 is the closest. It's at 347, but I really like sticking by the true leap. So I will look at this 500-day out as a starting point. It's 6/17/2027. When you get to the option chain, you'll look over here to the left. This is where our calls are. Now, you're going to be faced with a variety of different strike prices. So here's what I look for. I always want to start my search right here at the delta, and I typically look for a 0.7 delta. Once I get to a zero point 0.7 delta, I consider anything below or above it. That's usually within a couple of different strikes. But I also want to look at my open interest and volume. That really helps guide my decision as well, because you typically want a leaps that you can get in and out of if you decide to go ahead and sell it. And so if you look right here at that 0.69, you've got a lot of open interest, 4,000 compared to the 2,000 at the 0.7 delta. So I'm most interested right here in this 140 strike. Now, if I were going to go ahead and try to buy 100 shares of Palantir tomorrow, if it's trading right here at around the 160 level, it would cost me $16,000. And that's a lot of money. I may not have that kind of money for 100 shares, but if I wanted exposure to 100 shares, then look how much it will cost me to buy this 140 strike. It would only cost me $4,600 as of close of day today. Now, keep in mind, these prices will be different tomorrow if Palantir is pushed ahead. So it will probably be more expensive tomorrow, but this is something to consider. If it's anything around $5,000, it's still significantly cheaper than paying $16,000 for 800 shares. Now, it does not move dollar for dollar, so I want you to consider that. It moves at this point at about 69 cents for every dollar movement that we see in Palantir. Now, again, this does change, so you'll see something different tomorrow, but you do want to consider getting something around that 0.7 delta, because that gives you enough leverage, but it makes it cheap enough to where you can usually get 2 or even 3 of these for the same price as 100 shares. If you were to buy leaps with that same 16,000 instead, you would be able to, at this moment in time, get 3.4 of them. So obviously you can only buy them in whole numbers. So 3 would be what you were able to buy. So if you took that same $16,000 and purchased 3 of these leaps call options, then you would see 70 cents per share movement for every dollar for every set of these you have. So you would have 300 of them. So every dollar that Palantir moved up or down, you would see the value of your leaps call option go up $210 or down $210 based on the same amount of investment. So you can see how this leverage dynamic actually helps you be able to get more, especially on the ride up. Now, as far as looking at further out dates, let's go ahead and look at if we want to go a couple years out. If we think Palantir is going to continue to push and we think it's going to go higher from here, then you might want to invest in a leaps that's actually further out than a year. If I wanted to add some extra time to this leaps, I could look right here at the 718-day mark. That's January 21st of 2028. It's almost 2 years out. You would still go on the option chain just like I did before, and you would look at the different options available to you. I start at the deltas. You see right here, 0.7 is right here at this 145 mark. That one would cost me about $5,200 as of close of day today. That one might be one I consider. You do see more open interest a little bit around it, but not significantly enough to really drive that decision. But if I had to select, I would probably go right here at the 150 level. It's a nice number and it looks like it's support for Palantir. So this would cost me at the close of business day today about $5,000 each. Again, tomorrow it will cost you more, but you could get exposure over this 718 days to Palantir's growth. Now, if you are to purchase any of these, I like to keep myself safe and I like to do stop losses. But if I am going out 718 days, I will more than likely just let this do what it's going to do. I will not monitor it probably until at least 1 year out. And then I'll start looking at it because there's just too much movement and I can get too into the weeds on a few dollars here or there. If it does pull lower, I might add to this particular position. Now, if I purchase the leaps that's 1 year out, I'll start paying a lot closer attention to it as we get to about the 6-month mark from expiration. And then to keep yourself safe, you can consider doing a 50% stop, or you can watch it. Sometimes those market makers do hunt your stop losses, so you may just want to watch it and monitor it and decide if you want to trade the leaps in at that point for one that's further out and give you a little bit more time. You'd be taking a loss on the current one, but then going further out, or do you just want to exit the position and take what's remaining for other trades? Now, for those of you that are in my community and you took the trades that I took on Palantir pre-earnings, we have some profit taking to consider this week. So I'll be excited about that as well. Remember, if you're with me trading with Ashley, there's no trader left behind. Now, here's the video I promised that shows you all the details of how to exercise a leap. So you can watch that right here.